There is a new child passenger safety law in effect right now in New Jersey that you need to know about if you have small children, because you could be stopped and you could be fined. Here to talk more about that is Diana Starace, who is a coordinator for injury prevention at Robert Wood Johnson University Hospital. Thank you so much for coming in today, because I was looking at the new regulations and I found them a little bit confusing. Is that fair to say?
Yes, I would say it is a little confusing. So it's up to us to get out there and really help parents to understand what the new law means.
What is the important thing for parents to know about this new regulation?
Two specific things. One is that you should keep your child rear facing until they are at least 2 years old and 30 pounds. And really best practice is keep them rear facing as long as they fit in those harness straps. And then the other thing is at the other end, for kids who are in booster seats, that kids need to now be in booster seats until they are at least 8 years old and 57 inches. We had no height in our requirements before this law. We just had an age and a weight.
Do you have any problems with pediatricians saying something different than what the law is, or manufacturers putting requirements on their seats that are different than your regulations?
I would say that the manufacturers are on board with us. They're the ones who are making their seats bigger and can accommodate bigger children now than they did 10 years ago, because they know that rear facing is the way to go, and so we're trying to keep the kids in those positions longer. Pediatricians, sometimes they're very up on what's going on, and other times not so much. So we have a few times that parents will come in and say, but my pediatrician said it was okay, and we try to explain to them, that's great, but if you want to keep your child as safe as possible, this is the way they should be riding.
Are other states where New Jersey's at right now?
You know, I should have looked at that. I would say no. There are, well, I shouldn't say that. There are states out there who have height requirements built in for booster seats, and there are some states who have just passed the same kind of law that we do with regard to rear facing.
Is there a problem with that? That state to states have different laws on this? I mean, when somebody's traveling from state to state?
If you were to get pulled over and a police officer saw that you were, from a different state, they would obviously understand that you might not know what the rules are in New Jersey. So no, it should not be a problem.
What are the fines if you are from New Jersey?
It's by municipality. So it could, honestly, it could range from as little as 45. It could be 100 in someplace else. So it just depends upon where you live.
Now, you put it so simply. When you said these are the important things to know. When I looked at the regulations, I saw 1 year old, 2 years old. It goes all the way through to all of these. And do I need to know all that as a parent?
I think it's important to know that your child is safer rear facing. And the longer you can keep your child rear facing, the better. And it's also important for a parent to know that harness straps, 5-point harnesses that are in car seats, are the safest way to ride. That's how race car drivers are riding in 5-point harnesses. So we want kids to stay in them as long as possible. And just because your child turns 4 doesn't necessarily mean they need to move into a booster seat.
And is there a place you can go online to get the new restrictions, or are there community events? Are they going to be around the state?
I don't know about around the state because I'm really in Middlesex County, okay. But I can tell you that if people go onto our website, which is rwjtrauma.org, the new law is posted there along with what best practices. And also the njsaferoads.com is the New Jersey Department of Transportation website, and that has information about it too.
But two simple rules, I want to go back to that, just two simple rules. As long as you can, keep the child rear facing and back seat for as long as you can. Right. If you follow those two rules, you're doing pretty well, right?
Right.
All right, Diana, thank you so much. Thanks for coming in today. Diana Starace, who is the coordinator for the injury prevention program at the Robert Wood Johnson University Hospital. Stick around, we'll be right back.